getting on the highway a little bit late. Oh, I'm going to catch rush hour on the QEW. Ooh. So we got all the horses qualified. I was a little slow getting out because I was actually bidding on a horse. And from time to time I'll run into Mike Hall at the sale. I see you got that horse, Captain Planet. I went to bid. I didn't want to bid on the horse. I talked myself out of it. And then I was speaking to Jason about the horse, and at the last minute changed my mind. Last second changed my mind, and went to bid one more time, and the auction had closed, literally by a second. Anyway, it wasn't a big deal. Like I said to Jason after, those types of horses, now that the sire stakes have started, are a bit of a dime a dozen, and in variations, right? Like the horse that sold this morning, on paper does not look nearly as good as More Than You Know, but would be getting him for much less. That might sound like a bargain, but you still have to race the horse somewhere. So I was torn on it. I don't think we missed out, but I could have made an argument for buying the horse and didn't. So not the end of the world. I wanted to go over, we started with the sale, we'll finish with the sale, one sale. And then in between, we're going to talk about what went on today. Just an absolutely tremendous morning. A little chillier this morning. Still only about 15, 16 degrees at 1 o'clock. So it wasn't a balmy day in Ohio, but it was still a nice day. Atlas Hanover's qualifier was exceptionally good. It got a great trip behind, obviously, an inferior horse. And then big last quarter, 26-2. Scoped him after. No blood, no mucus, no nothing. He's ready to rock. Very, very happy with the Atlas Hanover qualifier today. Jason had bought a horse on Preferred last week. Actually a horse that we put a claim in on in the claiming series in the wintertime at Northfield. Every year we get saddled with a couple of them there the last 2 years, but we went to put a claim in on that horse. I knew his name and I couldn't place him, and then Jason had told me that's the horse we put a claim in on, and we did get him. Anyway, Jason ended up paying like $10,000 for the horse and asked me to qualify him today. I qualified him in 59. He was really, really good. So I guess I was undefeated in the qualifiers. So we headed out into the schoolers. Tailgate Buzz. Now, a lot of questions swirling around Tailgate Buzz. I wasn't happy with the way it turned out. I don't think anybody could be happy with the way sending him to Kentucky had turned out. We had a lot of luck with a lot of horses down there. Tailgate Buzz was not one of them, and really just didn't seem himself. Now, I always said that him and Austral Hanover were similar. I thought Austral maybe was a better horse, but they were very, very similar. Very similar in different ways. And, I thank you. Very similar in different ways, but I guess that sounds silly, but similar in different ways. They were like each other, but didn't trot the same, didn't act the same, but speed-wise, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They were very similar, but not this year, it didn't seem like. Now, Tailgate Buzz came back from Kentucky, looked good. I warmed him up and he felt great. We did make some changes to his shoeing and his equipment. I schooled him in 55 at a piece today, and he felt as good as I've ever seen him. To be quite frank, as good as I've ever seen him is how he felt today. Very impressed with Tailgate Buzz today. Like what I see going into next week's. Now he's got 9 days. We'll train him up a little bit on Wednesday. But he's got 9 days before his Stallion Series race, his first Stallion Series race of the year, next Saturday. We got the good colts will be there. Crantini, Spitfire Overseas. I say the good colts, you know what I mean. And then we'll also have the Stallion Series with Tailgate Buzz and Austral Hanover. So very, very happy with Austral Hanover. But I did have one more horse to go with, and that was the little filly we bought. Mare. I keep seeing filly. She's a 4-year-old mare. Her name is I Forbid You. Now, this was a Western Shore. Now, if you guys remember, Western Shore didn't really break into the stallion ranks, but Western Shore was a killer in his own right. I think he made well over $1 million, maybe $1.8 million or something. I'm guessing, but I know he made over $1 million. And took a mark of 48 and was amongst the best horses on the planet at the time when he was racing. I know Mark drove him quite a few times. My brother Mark drove him and thought very highly of him. The Cancelleri brothers in New Jersey owned him, and they just bred some mares with him. This is a 4-year-old. This mare is out of a sister to Captain Crunch. So, breeding-wise, very interesting looking filly. I didn't really know what to think. I liked her for the same reason that I liked Stay Special and the filly mare we're going to talk about here in a minute, Era of Love. Not a lot of wins, 2 wins, a little more money than I'd like, but I didn't really know what to think about her. So I went out and schooled her today. Oh my God, I got over the half in a minute when I'm on 55 with her. She was very, very good. Needs shod, may need a little tune-up from the vet, but mechanically, man, she was very strong. I was really, really happy with I Forbid You today. So happy the entire trip over here. We had almost every horse trained perfect yesterday, which is extremely rare. And we had all the qualifiers go good today. Jason's horse. Atlas Hanover was awesome. And then the schoolers were good. So I'm leaving Ohio right now on a high note. As I said, we were going to start the sale and start the video with a sale theme. We're going to end it that way. Era of Love currently right now is at, I don't know, a little over 20,000. I suspect she'll bring a little more than 30. This is a tricky situation to be in when you're in that now. There's a 4, 5, 6 area. There's enough wins left. If you're a top, higher end horse, that's an interesting proposition. Middle of the road type horse, not so interesting. The problem with Era of Love is not a ton of places to race around here. Not oddly enough, actually. Not odd at all that we got emails and texts from people around Harrington, down in that area. Some people around Philadelphia, I believe, where there would be classes for this filly, just places that we don't race right now. But as I say to people all the time, you got to have the right horse for the right class. She did not fit the classes we have here right now, and I didn't really know where we could send her. Minnesota was on the top of my mind, but it just didn't pan out that way. So she'll sell today at 4, and I think she will sell, and I think we'll get paid pretty good for her by the amount of messages we got. A beautiful big gray mare. Just a real sweetheart too, to be honest. And I wish if it was a month ago or maybe even a month from now, there may be something open up for her somewhere. But the uncertainty of right now in this area, the timing of now, makes it very, very difficult to retain her when I know that she's probably worth pretty good money. So Era of Love will sell today. We did sell more than you know the other day. For those of you following us closely, you may notice that a different trainer and driver have been listed on him for, I guess they must draw today. No, I think they drew yesterday. And I assume the next one is in Philadelphia. So good luck to the new connections with him. We're going to continue on our way, getting the babies ready, racing the 3-year-olds. We're going to bring some horses in when we can. It's tough to find, right? Now, as the summer goes on, we're going to see more of the Atlas Hanover type horses being offered up for sale. Not quite the top of the heap, but enough that it makes it very interesting for an operation like ours to sink their teeth into. So we're going to keep our eye out for both trotters and pacers of that ilk, of that brand. It's a nice car. Of that brand, and continue to pick our spots along the way. And that's what we are going to do from now throughout the rest of the summer into the fall. Right now, as you can see, this is not my car. Bringing the truck home. Did end up getting that trailer I spoke about 3 weeks ago. I'm going to use this truck and that trailer to take some horses up to Grand River for the open house on Saturday. Now, got a question. Alibaba and AC Swan will be home on Saturday. They'll be arriving home Friday afternoon. Do we want to take one or both of them up to the open house? It's not a necessity. I'll think about it. And the trucking. I know that Amy has figured out trucking. Does that mean there's an extra stall in a trailer somewhere? Not necessarily. We'll see how that plays out. But for right now, the truck is going home. I'm going to hook onto the trailer. Then I have to leave right after the open house and go meet up with Ollie. A good friend of ours, Justin, was very kind enough. He's actually going to take Ollie all the way to the water park, watch the baseball with him on Saturday, hang out with us on Saturday, then he's going to head back to Ontario. Haven't told Amy yet because it is a school day on Monday, but I will kidnap Oliver, and him and I are going to hang out. We're going to race Sunday night at Northfield Park. We're going to go do something, just the boys. Monday, we have to race Swinging Señorita, and then we'll drive home Monday night. So that is what is going on today. I will talk to all of you later on. Obviously, may have an update after the race at Mohawk. Hopefully, this chipper exterior I have on right now remains throughout the rest of the day, because we do have my 1%, who I've been very excited about the last little while, and Brace for Landing, who I've been very excited for quite a while, race tonight, and we have a couple other ones racing all around and throughout today. I think we have 4 in total. So with that, I'll let you go. I hope you guys had a great morning. For everybody involved with Atlas Hanover, you most certainly did. Probably now, all of my partners with Tailgate Buzz are a little more happy. And our newest horse, I Forbid You. Great schooler from her today. Really impressive. So with that, I'll let you go. I'll talk to you all very soon. Have a wonderful afternoon. Take care.